Good afternoon. I am Mary Bingham, the 9 times great-granddaughter of Sarah Wiles. And today I am at the Lexington Green and I am seated facing the line of the Minutemen. Today I'm here because I have a younger family member who is interested in all things about American history, especially the Revolutionary War. So let me start by saying that Sarah and John Wilde's great-grandson was Captain Stephen Perkins of Topsfield through their granddaughter, Dorothy Wildes Perkins. Now, Stephen Perkins' wife was Jemima Town, and she was the great-granddaughter of Edmund Town, who was a brother of Rebecca Nurse, Sarah Cloyce, and Mary Esty. Stephen made captain of one of the 2 companies at Topsfield, the militia companies at Topsfield, at 49 years old. Stephen's company, which numbered about 33, involved 2 of my direct ancestors. Of course, Stephen himself, as well as Jacob Peabody. The 2 companies included only 7 Minutemen of the alarm list. However, most all of the militiamen were proven to be dedicated and enthusiastic. The post rider arrived at Topsfield at 10 o'clock a.m. the 19th of April in 1775 with news of the Lexington engagement. Men dropped everything they were doing, some even hopping on their horses, not waiting to march with the militia, and they headed to Lexington and arrived here by 11 a.m. Some of these men did not even have a chance to say goodbye to their wives and their children, and they were uncertain whether or not they would ever return home, and of course leaving behind their worried family and friends. Because these Topsfield men were not the first to arrive, their names are not mentioned on any of these memorials, but you can certainly believe or agree with me when I say that their legacy lives on in those of us descendants. So I'm just going to walk around the Lexington Green and show you what it looks like today. I'm going to pause the video and I'm actually going to start again at the Minuteman. We're going to head up this way. And here stood the first meeting house in Lexington, where it says it was built in 1692 when the town was a parish of Cambridge. And then it goes on to say that there was one built in 1713 on the incorporation of Lexington. And then the third one was built in 1794 and burned in 1846. This spot is thus identified with the town's history for 50 years. And over here, it says the pastorates were Benjamin Estabrook, John Hancock, Jonas Clark, Avery Williams, Charles Briggs, William G. Sweat, and Jason Whitman, and of course the years of their pastorate. Now I'm going to pause the video and head up over this way. Actually, I'll pause again so I can back up and show you this full beautiful monument. There it is. This monument was built in the year of 1799. It's a lot of words on it. What I will do is I will actually somehow in my comments on YouTube, I will post exactly what the sign on this beautiful monument actually says. It does start out by saying, "Sacred to the liberty of the rights of mankind, the freedom and independence of America, sealed and defended with the blood of her sons." And over here, the remains of those who fell in the Battle of Lexington were brought here from the old cemetery April 20th, 1835, and buried within the railing in the front of this monument. And now I'm going to go across the street right to, I believe it's this building over here, which was the tavern. And I'm going to pause the video. So here is the Buckman Tavern, probably established circa 1709. And this is where the men would come to get food and drink. And probably my ancestors were here. This one here says, in honor of Prince Estabrook. Prince Estabrook was a slave who lived in Lexington. At dawn on April 19th, 1775, he was one of the Lexington Minutemen awaiting the arrival of the British regulars at the Buckman Tavern. In the battle which followed, Prince Estabrook was wounded on the Lexington Green. Through circumstance and destiny, he thus became the first black soldier to fight in the American Revolution. This monument is dedicated to the memory of Prince Estabrook and the thousands of other courageous black patriots long denied the recognition they deserve. And it was donated by the Alice M. Hinkle Memorial Fund on April 21st, 2008. And I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to go see one more site. I'm trying to read the bottom. It says, these men gave everything dear in life, yea, and life self in supporting the I can't see that word, I think it's colony cause or Koyan cause. I can't see it because we're fenced and I cannot approach it. I'm going to walk you around to the back so you can see the names of the men on the stone. Here's the back end of the tavern. And these are the list of all of the men who were on the green in the early morning engagement of April 19th, 1775. I will remind you that none of my ancestors are on here because they came later on that morning. I'm going to head over back to the original stone where I started. So there are some girls sitting on the bench where I started, so I will end my video here. And I'd like to say that if you like this video, please click the thumbs up button. And also subscribe to my channel. And as well as click on the notifications so that you can get notified of future videos, which will be coming soon. So I'd like to end with this flag, and on the words that are placed just below says the birthplace of American liberty.